people zooming in from California, from Texas, from Louisiana, from Florida, from North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, and the rest of these states up the coast. Y'all know what I'm talking about. So with that being said, I got 3 questions for y'all. Come off of mute because I need to feel your NRG this morning. Team, how y'all feel?
Fired up.
Fired up.
That's what I'm talking about. And what's up?
My income.
DJ, I hope you're on my heels because I need to feel this thing. Hopefully you got the play button ready. I'm trying to give you enough time. But if we miss, it's okay. Who gets a green sheet?
Everybody gets a green sheet.
Everybody gets a
green sheet. Y'all, everybody get a green sheet. Everybody get a green sheet.
Eric going jukebox E this morning. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna take the ball and I'm gonna pass it to a young lady who is just on my screen, just smiling, hand up in the paint. That means she was doing some work. You know, when people put their hands up early, you know that they've been doing some work. So with that being said, I'm gonna pass it to my sister from another Mr. None other than Jacqueline Ferguson. The floor is yours.
Thank you so much, Jock. Thank you. And thank you for your energy and getting us inspired and ready to get the day going and the week going. Everything you do, sir, is muchly appreciated.
Thank you.
So I got to hang out this weekend with one of my other business partners under Nancy's team. We went to the Black Small Business Expo held at Arena Stage in Upper Marlboro. So it was a great time to network and talk among other business owners, hear their stories, hear their challenges, and of course, try to bring solutions on all levels. I had 2 back containers and bags of stuff to just give away. So what I did was I did a raffle to draw more people in. I said if I didn't get them to sign on the log sheet, I at least had their name and number on the ticket for them to win something. So that was a great way to definitely generate some enthusiasm and get some names from the people that were visiting all the vendors. Was 152 vendors. They anticipated about 2,000 in foot traffic. We got there at 8 to set up. I had posted a picture in one of our groups. And then the doors opened at 9 o'clock, stayed open until 4. And it was great. It was wonderful. I've got all kinds of business that I'm going to get to, met all kinds of people. I met a father of 4 that's got no life insurance for his 4 boys, 15 all the way down to 7 months. So I will be busy with that. And then just the business owners that I met, they're interested in networking and having us talk more about what we do. So it was really great. The opportunity was fascinating and wonderful. Then that's on the life side. So now on my health side, I was interviewed by because Maryland Health Connection was there. I was interviewed by Teresa. She's a small business outreach manager. And I shared, the cases that I've been working on, the clients I've been dealing with. And it just felt so good for her to feel my passion. She said, we need more brokers like you. Because I've taken the time. I've had some really challenging cases. I'll share one real quick. I had a gentleman who just was released out of the hospital from a suicide attempt.
Wow.
And he was currently living in his car. So I stayed on the line with him. I said, you're good with your phone? He said, yes. I said, okay, well, we're going to call the customer hot desk. I will get tangled to you. You're going to put in an app and I'm going to walk you through. So I made sure he got coverage. When I talked to other brokers, other people had said, they would have just said, oh man, you need counseling. But I stayed with them. I don't leave my people. I don't leave anybody. I don't leave anybody. And God has continued to bless me When I got off the line with that man, just going through everything, looking at all different angles to keep him connected and plugged in, I cried because not
Wow.
only did I feel his energy, I gave him my energy. So
I
when I
love it.
shared that with her, she said, "Oh my
Jacqueline, you
God."
gotta watch the clock, baby.
I'm
Watch the
sorry.
clock.
I wanted to, as she said, I want to share your story. So she took a picture of me and a picture of me with her, and I'm going to get posted on the Facebook for Maryland Health Connection, and more
Love it.
business will come my way. And she's going to pull me into other things.
Love it.
And real quick, two of my team members, they're shy. They don't want me to say anything, but by the middle of the month, we're going to have some other good news coming down the pike. So the team is growing and
Woo.
they're feeling good and inspired. So
I love it. Love it.
All
Love
that's
it.
right, all
me.
right.
Great
Beautiful,
job and
beautiful. Way to go,
great,
Jack.
great job doing what you do best, which is making connections, keeping that fire hot, and letting people know what you're doing. And the big thing is, don't leave your client or your prospect on the side of the road. Walk with them to the end, even if the end is that you couldn't service them. You hang in there with them and try to explore all the options for the client. So great job, Jacqueline. Great job, Jacqueline. And who are you passing that ball to? Somebody has their hand up in the paint.
Yes. I see Zay Robinson's hand up. So please come to the mic and share what you've got to share with us.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much, Miss Jacqueline. Man, you're inspired. Your story just inspired me, and so I'm ready to work and ready to get going. So thank you for that. And just this weekend, Thanksgiving weekend, it's been a busy weekend for me. I actually got to host my own event for.
Uh-oh.
Oh, you falling in the bushes.
They fell in the bushes.
Oh, can y'all hear me now?
Yes.
There you
Can
go.
y'all hear me now? Is this better? All right, cool. So I got to host my own 7 versus 7 football event dedicated to the off the field financial services. So we got at least about 100 names and numbers and emails I'm about to reach out to today. And it turned out to be a great event. Turned out people also learn about money. And also, besides the event, our team grew by a couple members. So I'm excited about that. Shout out Young Money Leaders. They are putting it in the work. They are bringing people in. They are recruiting. So I'm excited about that. Just shout out to them because they are putting in the work and they are getting the results that they finally been looking for. So I'm excited. And also, I was just with Miss Siobhan Bowman last night. We going to get her son and also her son's friend on board with us too. So I'm excited about that as well, man. We was at the bowling alley, so we just always working. And it's funny how this job is, right? We can go to the bowling alley and still be working. So always be connected and always be talking to people. That's all I have for today.
I love it, Zay. Love it, man. And one thing is, I don't know if y'all picking up what Zay been putting down. He's been doing the grunt work that most people try to avoid, which is just finding the time to make those phone calls. Make those phone calls. Once you start making those calls, it's just like anything else. It's almost like going to the gym. Once you start working that muscle out, guess what? It becomes what? It becomes easier and easier and easier. And before you know it, it just becomes a part of your routine. It just becomes something that you are wired to do. So great job, Zay. Who you passing that ball to, sir? Somebody has their hand up in the paint.
Yes, sir. I see my man every day. He's been rocking the mic. My guy, Troy Gandy.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate you and for acknowledging and for all that you do and all that you and Jacqueline have already just put out there that's making these businesses flourish. And we're trying to do the exact same thing. We're scheduling now, or we've made it a part of our schedule, our little agency team that's building to do BTOs every weekend. And finally got a teammate that is actually excited about what she's doing, and she's been doing a phenomenal job in promoting the business. We were both promoting this past weekend, and we invited some folks to come out to a BTO, what we used to call back in the day private business reception at the home. So they came on over. We were thinking that they were canceling on us, and then two of them actually showed up. So we're grateful for whatever did come. And by the time we were finished, both of them were actually signing up in the business. So Ms. Jackie Ballard has now two more folks in her downline. So she is on the line, and I'm just going to turn it over to her now. So Ms. Jacqueline Ballard, come off of mute. I know you in there. There you go.
Great morning, everyone. I'm sorry. I didn't want to make too much noise in the background, so I have to be on mute. Just excited about what is going on. As Troy said, we did have another BTO and was able to gain 2 new team members, which I'm excited about that. I was up early this morning trying to reach out to them to see if they would join us on the call. But you know, maybe tomorrow, maybe one day this week they'll be able to join us. So I'm just experiencing the business, following the checklist, going down the checklist and talking to people, spreading the good news about what's going on at Xperia. And that's all we can do is just spread the news. People either they want it or they don't. So that's what I've been doing, working on studying for my tests and just trying to stay connected with the business.
Cool. Well, Jackie, one thing we got to do, everybody come off of mute and clap it up for Miss Jackie. She's doing the daggone thing, doing the BTOs.
Go, girl.
Putting information.
Thank you.
Putting information in front of people. That's what I'm talking about. So keep doing what you are doing. And who are you passing that ball to, Jackie?
I can't see, so can someone pass the ball for me?
Oh, yeah, I got you. I'm going to take the ball and I'm going to pass it to the lady who is inside the paint making it happen. When she talks, everybody tends to lean in a little bit. So we call her none other than Miss Silver Fox, the Oracle herself, Miss Tawana Chisley.
Doug Vaughn.
Tawana Chisley.
I appreciate you. Of course, for everything that you do and how, you're bringing our team together to make this run. I had a pretty good Wednesday and Thursday, maybe Friday of last week. I was in the grocery store and this young clerk was there taking care of, his customers, and, we were kind of joking around, and he said something that made me pique his interest. So I don't see him on the Zoom, but he said he is in listening. He's 19 years old.
Wow.
19. And he's very interested in coming in. He's being in contact with me. And he had some questions. We were talking late last night. And I'd asked him to jump on, feel the vibe of the team. And Isaiah, I'm going to need you, young money leader. If you could help this young man as well, because so that you all can connect. And I might have a young money leader coming in. He's interested. He has some questions. He's a little nervous. I said, there's no, if you feel that you can't do it, it's okay, but at least try. So with that, and then I also talked to another young lady who was actually going to be a part of my film. She said, Ms. Twan, I know you know that you're doing the money thing. I said, well, I do life insurance. She said, really? Can you tell me more?
Yeah.
So,
hey, Tawana.
Yeah.
See, this is great. This is great because Eric may touch on it, but the attraction marketing is so important. When you start to open your mouth, it's a difference between push marketing and pull marketing. It's a difference when you're pushing, you're like, hey, I got something, want to see it? And people say no, versus creating conversations that make people want more. Tawana just gave two situations, two examples where she talked and it made the person that she's talking to want more. That's what we getting ready to really, we getting ready to bend this corner and really go deep into that skill set, into teaching the how-tos, teaching the how to create and be conscious of doing attraction marketing. So Tawana, I don't know whether you're doing it consciously, meaning the attraction marketing part, but what you're doing is phenomenal because I'm seeing the difference. Now, when you talk, your ratio is changing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when you used to, when you know how you first start doing something, you might try at whatever it is, and you might not be good at it, like shooting the basketball where your balls are going in the hoop more constant now, Tawana. So keep up the good work and keep sharing because it's definitely an inspiration.
Okay, so one more. Actually, I had quite a few, but one more. I was at the Kia dealership. You know, both headlights are out. I mean, the turn signal's out. So when I went in there, I said, I'm not paying for nothing else. Don't call me with any more problems. So he called me with another problem. So when I got up there, I was talking to this guy. I was like, didn't I tell you not to call me with any more problems? So we started talking. Something else piqued my interest. So I have his information because he said, tell me more. So I'm like, okay. So it was quite a few, but it was a pretty good weekend for me. So now
Nice. Well, now the big thing is just follow up, follow up, follow up.
Follow up. That's right.
Who you passing that ball to?
I'm going to pass it to, and I'm going to do it, Dr. Teresa. I'm going to pass it to my teammate that's actually doing her thing as well. And she does have to connect you, Jock, with the person that came in, try to get those schedules together. So, Miss Danae, what do you have going on, lady?
Grand Rising family, how are you? So my money making activities are.
Donna, you sound like you way down the street, or you trying to be extra sexy this morning or something.
Nah, just woke up.
Okay.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. So my money making activities is I we did the onboarding. Naj did the onboarding with Antoine. And Antoine texted me. He said that he was gonna bring his wife because he explained everything to his wife, and his wife is gonna come on board. And I was in the rush getting me a side bowl, and you know, like she said, just sharing the information, making it a conversation. I was in there and the lady was working, and I asked her, you know, was this the only job that she had or whatever? And she was like, yeah. And I began to explain to her, you know, what I do. And she said, oh, okay, can you share the information? So I shared the information. I shared the information over the weekend with my family members, and I have to get back with them. And so just like I said, just sharing the information, not being too anxious, you know, because when you're too anxious, you tend to push people away. So just you know, just easing your way in, having that conversation, and then sharing the information. Wow, I said something there, didn't I?
I love it, love it, love it. And you put them bars together. Also, Donna, remember we got to connect this week. So
yes.
But keep up the great work. Keep doing the activities. You, Tawana, y'all's team are getting ready to get into this zone. I'm trying to tell you, if you keep applying that pressure, and when I say pressure, not to make people run, Apply that pressure. Keep talking to folks and make people attract to you, like I was saying earlier. Who you passing that ball to?
I can pass the ball to, is London, B London? I always pass the ball to people I don't know.
B London.
Good morning.
What you got going on?
I am new to the game. I'm part of Jack Annette's team.
Okay.
So I'm still onboarding and getting my going green. So I'm not quite ready to share, but thank you for passing the ball.
Well, that was great. The activities that you're doing are great. So keep doing what you're doing till you go green, and then we'll hear back from you another time. Who you passing that ball to?
I cannot see, so I need help with that.
Okay, I got you.
I don't see the hands that are raised, so.
Okay, I got you.
Okay.
So I'm going to take the ball, and I am going to pass it to, let's see. I'm going to take the ball and pass it to downtown Rita Brown. She probably ain't see that one coming.
Wait a minute, y'all. I'm sorry. This is Donna. I had to I just got a message from my daughter because I've been talking to her. She just texted me and said, "Can you open up a policy for me and Justin? I'm going to get him to do it."
Woo! See, that's what I'm talking about. Clap it up. That's in real time. Real time. All because you talked and said something.
Yep. Showed her the numbers. Got it.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So downtown Rita Brown, the floor is yours.
Grand Rising, everyone. You're right, Jock. I didn't see that one coming. I have so much going on right now. And honestly, this morning, I'm just still trying to get it back together. I went to Memphis for the holidays, and I was working while I was there also. And we just got back in yesterday, and I just realized I was 60 years old this morning when I tried to get up at 7:30. So I'm feeling it this morning. I am, but I have a lot of activities going on this weekend, a lot of appointments. My team is moving fast. I'm loving it. I'm just excited. I got a lot of follow-up to do this week, and just really excited about what the team is doing and what I'm doing. And let's see.
So, wait. Because I want to talk about something. This might help some people too. So, just to paint a picture, do you mind if I use you for an example, Rita?
Of course not.
So, you remember, Rita, when you first started, and some people know your story, some people don't, but it's something I want to really just talk about. You remember you were like, look, I ain't trying to do all that fancy stuff. I just want to learn insurance. You remember that?
Right.
And so Rita was like, I don't want to build. I don't need to know about annuities. I just want to start with square one. Then she moved to square two. Then she moved to square 3, 4, 5. She started learning, but it was almost like a lumberjack chopping down trees along the way. My point is, she knew a year or 2 years was going to come. How long you been with us now, Rita?
Oh, it'll be 2 years in March.
So she's coming up on 2 years. Now, I'm going to tell you what some people do. Some people join, they get excited. They don't get any results in 2, 3, 4 months. Some people hold out and wait 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 months. But when they're not experiencing any success, guess what they do? They jump ship. Well, Rita stayed in the car and stayed in the car and stayed in the car and kept doing what was needed and necessary. She was recruiting the whole way. Her recruits just didn't activate. And she kept on talking to people. Then she met Lacey. Lacey put some fire in her team. Lacey sparked her team, and now there's some growth happening. Because what happens is when you get somebody and you've been really not doing much, kind of the same thing with Jacqueline. What happens is that new person is going to put you to work. And it's a great thing because now you got work to do, because that new person that's eager, that's trying to work, that new person starts asking questions. And it's probably some questions that you don't know. So guess what it does? It forces you to have to run and go get the information. But it also puts you in a different type of zone. Same thing is happening with Tawana. So these are people. Tawana was in the business for 3 years before her business activated. But guess what, ladies and gentlemen? The 3 years, two years from now is going to come. 5 years from now is going to come. If you stay in the car and just keep at it, be like a scientist, take some stuff to the lab. If it doesn't work, take it back to the lab, make some calibrations, a couple ticks to the left, couple ticks to the right. And before you know it, you're going to have an explosion. And here's the thing. If you're not ready for the explosion, this is the big part. Tawana, Jacqueline, Rita are 3 examples of folks that stayed in the car. And when it was time, it's just like any sport. When it was time for them to get in the game, they were already ready. They didn't have to get ready because they were already primed to handle that new business partner, to handle that new growth. So for all of you all that aren't experiencing the success that you think you should have right now, just make sure that you're getting ready, because when it happens, the worst thing that can happen to an agent is when they don't see it coming, they get that agent that's ready to run and you can't service them. Because guess what's going to happen? If you can't service them, they are going to leave you. So stay in the car, get coached up, learn the plays, learn how to transfer the information, and grow your team. So great job, Tawana. Great job, Jacqueline. Great job, Downtown Rita Brown. And for some of you that I didn't mention, great job. Just keep doing what you are doing. So, Ms. Rita Brown, how did it feel when you were when you got somebody like a Lacey and it was time for you to go to work? It just happened all of a sudden. But talk to us about how you were prepared and how you handled that situation. And then you get to bring up Eric.
I was ready. I definitely was ready. I'm ready.
Yeah.
And I'm looking for some more laces. I'm definitely looking for more laces. Yeah, I mean, and I'm still learning. I'm not done. I mean, it's a constant learning process.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you may do something for a minute and it's not working, then you just got to do something else. And it's patience. You got to have patience. If you're not patient over here, you're not going to make it.
Yes, that's the big thing. Because sometimes people get excited. And when they get excited, you know, they just want to do everything. And sometimes you're going to have to be patient, and you might have a situation where you and your team are getting coached along at the same time. Or you might have a situation where you're so advanced from your new teammates that you're going to have to spend time with them and help develop them. So it's a great process. But when the floodgates open, all I'm saying is just make sure that you are ready. Because if you're not, it can be a bad thing if you can't service the people that are joining you in business. So with that being said, you get to bring up Coach Eric, Miss Rita Brown.
All right. I have the pleasure of bringing up this gentleman that we all love, admire, respect. Since I've been in this business, I owe it to Eric and Jock for me staying in the car. Because if it was not for them, I would not be in the car. So I appreciate them. Eric is definitely our nugget dropper. He's always dropping nuggets. I'm excited always when he comes to the mic. I'm ready to write down everything that he's going to tell us this morning. So I would like to bring up Mr. Eric Robinson, son.
Woo-woo. Where is he?
Woo! Rita, right on time, right on time, right on time, right on time. Woo! Yes, indeed, right on time, y'all. Hold on one second. Like, I'm listening to Uncle Jock, and he's saying, hey, stay ready. And then my computer crashed, right? He was doing his stay ready speech. He's like, okay. And I was trying to get the message to you, and I don't know if you got the message, but